Hello and welcome, and today we are playing quite possibly one of my favourite games of all time. The wonderful, the marvellous Streets of Rage 2 with, as you can hear, one of the best 16-bit soundtracks in gaming history. There was a lot of rivalry in the 90s, 80s, 90s, early 90s between Sega and Nintendo, and much arguments were had over which was the better console. The SNES was the better console. Was way better, just in every way. It had better capabilities. It had a better pad. It had better games. Like, it was the first one to have Street Fighter. Obviously with the 6 buttons it was easier, and then Mega Drive had to bring out a 6-button pad for it. But Sega did some stuff right, and Sega did music right, and the music for Streets of Rage, the Sonic games especially, were amazing. The levels, etc. And Streets of Rage 2 just took Streets of Rage and just made it so much better. And it hasn't been repeated. Streets of Rage 3 was dog shit. I am going to start off with Axel, and I might play as the others along the way, but we'll see. Just listen to this music. It's so good. It's so good. What I like to do when playing this game is do all of the moves you can possibly do, and that involves doing the backwards ground upper as well as backwards jumps. You've got the jump kicks. You've got the jump kick. You've got to try and get the backwards jump kick in. Oh, I didn't want to do that. All of these enemies are similar to the ones that you find in the original. The ground upper is just abusive, and when it comes to movesets in this game, it is unbelievable. Does so much damage and it's not one of those ones that takes a bit of life like any of the moves with the A button. What I like about this game is just simple things like between 2 and 1. Like in one, if you have a knife, as soon as you do anything with it, you throw it. Whereas in this, you can keep hold of it unless you want to throw it, and then if you want to throw it, you can throw it with a. There's like loads of move sets. You've got all of the normal attacks. You've got the grab attack without pressing a direction. You've got grab attack pushing backwards, grab attack pushing forwards. You've got grab attack from behind. You've got hold B button. So if I hold down the attack button, way bastard. I'll have that knife. Thank you. There's jumps. There's jump pushing down attack. There's jumps straight up attack. There's jump forward attack. And then obviously the forward B, and then the 2A moves. You've got forward A, and then the area effect move, which sort of gets you out of trouble if you're being surrounded by people. Even halfway through the game, going to a little speakeasy, it just changes it to a little bit of a chillaxing. The other thing is, if one of these grabs me at some point, which they will inevitably when the game gets a little bit tougher, when you get thrown, if you press up and jump, you can land on your feet. I've spent so many hours on this in my childhood. I know where all of the collectibles are. I know where all of the pickups are. You may have noticed that when we started the game I went back and picked up an extra life that's hidden behind a bin right at the start of the game. There's another one of those later on the bridge on the second level. I think there's one on the third level as well with the Blanca looking guy. Get the old stun lock going on. This works good on the fat guys. Certain people don't have a way out of this. If I was doing this to Shiva towards the end, he'd just do a roundhouse kick on me and that'd be that. Boom, boom. It's just a room sweep at the old ground up, you just keep on. What I like to do is when I'm fighting bosses is get them close to death and then finish them off with the old forward and A move, because then you're doing it after the fact. Finish with a dragon punch. Da 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 da. Listening to this music in the headphones is actually amazing. It's the first time I've ever done it, obviously, because I used to play this on the Mega Drive. I don't think so, Sunshine. I do like the costume design, character design, whatever you want to call it, is good. And there's obviously everyone's varied and based on what they are or what they're meant to represent. They're really cool, but I don't know if anyone necessarily would go out for a street fight wearing shoulder pads and a helmet. And we know that obviously Axel is based on Cody from Final Fight. There's another. Where is it? There it is. Final Fight being another amazing walk-along beat-em-ups. Walk-along beat-em-ups were one of my favourite arcade and then computer games growing up. Final Fight was at the local swimming pool. I used to play that. Then they replaced it with a game called Vendetta, which was another walk-along beat-em-up. It wasn't as good. But playing, Final Fight, Alien vs Predator, walk-along beat-em-up, Tower of Doom, the Dungeons and Dragons walk-along beat-em-up, Shadow of Mysteria, its sequel, and then all of the obviously you've got Double Dragon, the original walk-along beat-em-up on consoles. Oh dear. Someone slid right into me. Da-da-da-da-da-dum. If anyone's ever watched Smooth McGroove, this is one of his best videos. This level is like bonkers. It goes through so many different stages. You're out on a boardwalk, then you're in an arcade, then you're on a pirate ship for no reason, fighting shinobis. good thing about the ground upper as well is it's just instinct. I haven't played this game in ages, and just as soon as they throw me, instinct straight with the up and C. That's back like people say about playing games over and over now, speed running it and whatnot. But nothing beats playing games back in your, you know, infant years and into your early teenage years, where you only had one game and you played it to death and you knew everything about it. You just completed it and then just turned around and played it again. Just chose a different character, went again, see if you could complete it on all the different difficulties. Buy in Games Master magazine or CVG, which was the best gaming magazine by miles. Looking at the cheats and finding out that there's a cheat for this game where you can make a very easy mode and also a mania mode, which is like super hard. But you can also up your lives from 3 to 9. And yeah, I completed this on Mania once with a friend. Such a weird, and it's like the Aliens background as well. It's like full wow, he's enjoying the sword play. He's going nuts with that sword. Jesus Christ, mate! Get that sword out of his hand. I'm gonna go and pick up my turkey now, thanks. Nice try. Have it. Diddle-diddle-diddle-do. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba. And then we're going down a secret massive elevator that was on the pitcher's mound of a baseball stadium that leads down to an underground wrestling ring. Yeah. Off to fight the wrestling guy, because obviously there's got to be a wrestling guy in these games. Such an annoying. Can't grab him, can't do anything with him. He keeps doing that charge attack, which is a bit of a ball ache. This always used to be the guy that did so much damage to me when I was doing it in, like, if I was like trying to play it and try and do it on Mania, this is the guy that I'd regret. This and Shiva. Those were the two. One of the nice touches in this game is if you're playing as Max, you can you can't jump over them. So like if I grab someone, I can jump over the back to do the back move, but Max can't because he's huge. So it's harder, obviously, to grab someone from behind because they will turn to face you. But if you manage it, the two attacks that Max has got from behind are fucking devastating. Which is nice because it's like saying that if you manage to get hold of someone from behind, then yeah, we're going to reward you by making the move rock solid. He does an atomic drop and a belly to back German suplex. This is where I feel that they were running out of ideas, because there is a boat obviously in Streets of Rage 1 where you fight the two women at the end, and that's your boss. And we're already recycling boss villains here. But they do come up with a nice little Sailor Boy boxer at the end of this level, which is a bit crazy. It's time for the boxer. This jolly little guy, he's barefoot. He's got a lovely sailor uniform on, like a little dandy. Balloon. That's how fat you are. We're going to call you Balloon. Look at him. Barefoot. Mental. Yeah, he does some attacks and all. One at a time, please, gentlemen. Yeah. Couple of headbutts and a... Alright. Oh, I've got to remember to do the dragon punch to get out of that. I'm going to put on a rocky combination into your face in a minute, Arbiter. Remembering the first part of this level was long and just hoping for the waves, like looking forward to when the waves bend away, because that's when I know that I'm coming to the end of this bit, because it's pretty basic, isn't it? You've got a beach and you've got the shore and that's it. There's nothing in the background, there's no boats, it's fuck all. But as you get closer to the inland, see the waves bend away and you're like, oh thank fuck, I'm nearly at the end of this bit. Gust. Imagine if everyone in your group's called Gale and Tempest and Tornado, and then you're Gust. Yeah, you can be slight westerly breeze. Even breeze is better than gust. Down to 1 life. Max is imminent. And upper is the king of moves. Didn't die during the boss fight. 2 bosses. Grand upper wins. And there is the tower in the background. The Cuban tower where Mr. X is hiding after being defeated in the original game. But we've got to go through a factory first for some reason. I do remember when you fight the robots at the end of this, when the big metal ball hits you in the head, it goes dong, as if you've got like a metal plate in your head. And to be honest, if you're walking the streets fighting people constantly and getting punched in the face like this, you probably have got a metal plate in your head. Typhoon's giving me some jip. Jesus. Dew. Dew. You think Gust had it bad? Your name is Dew. Have it. So the elevator. The weird slanted elevator. Mental electronic music. So I'm sending the big guns. Even Max can land on his feet. What a cat. I've got to remember that I've not got Grand Upper anymore. Oh, now I've got to fight robots. That's what you want, something that electrocutes you when you grab it. Dung. Am I going to complete it? Is now the question. I've got to fight Shiva. I've got to fight another one of the wrestler geezers. I've got another robot. Dun, dun. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Who has a robot guarding their palatial tower? You dick. Oh. Yeah. God damn. Friggin' shinobis. Now Shiva. God damn it. Mr. X just sitting there. Like, why would I be fighting these shitty goons when I could be fighting him? Coming in, Shiva. I always liked Shiva. He was like the coolest fucking enemy. Because he had that fucking flaming foot fucking attack. I always felt like the people that made this game thought that Shiva would be a future playable character. They were like, yeah, this is the guy that people are going to want to play as. Using my own move against me. Come on then, Exy, you son of a bitch. Goddamn fucking Galcia knocking me out. Bullets everywhere. That fucking uppercut with a gun. I remember that being a bitch. Don't press A and go that way, you donut. Grand uppers forever. Go, son of a bitch! Ha 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 ha. Fucking uppercut. I was in the corner there. Bosh! Kiss my ass. It's not as good as the end of Final Fight, where you kick the guy that's in the wheelchair out of a window. I mean, that's the way to actually finish someone off. But at least we finished it. Look at that, one life to go as well. All that messing about, and I still managed to do it. What a game. Da, da, da. Where are you two been? Downstairs? Chilling? Max didn't really do that much, to be fair. I always just remember watching these things, and then obviously you save Max and Adam, and there's a bit at the end where Skate is on Adam's shoulders, and he's doing that, and there's a helicopter coming towards him. It looks like it's firing a missile, but it's the sun. Either that or he's throwing a beach ball in the air. So that is Streets Race 2. That was one of my favourite games of all time. I hope you enjoyed watching this little bit of retro action. If you want to see more retro games, maybe I'll invite some people around and we'll do a couple two-player. Maybe I'll do some with Jodie, because even she could walk along and mash buttons. We used to play Left 4 Dead all the time. If Left 4 Dead was on the PlayStation, I'd be putting that on and we'd be playing it quite a lot. Look, I did a little bit. I went up a lift and I died pretty quickly to some robots. Yeah, you're a superhero, Max. Well done. Missile! Mr. X on his way out. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.